This is a Pen 2002 reviews movies for you. Yeah. Hi there. Just like the official Thursday bow tie, these are the official Tuesday 3D glasses with the lens poked out. Because these are dangerous. Yes, I know I look like a complete idiot. Double glasses. Double glasses. Double glasses. Okay, but, so today's movie review is going to be on the movie The Croods. Now, this movie came out, I want to say, August-ish of last year, 2013. It's about August 2013. August 2013 was when this movie came out. So, when I first saw the trailers for this movie and the commercials, I didn't want to see it. I was like, no, that looks completely stupid. Like, this is made by DreamWorks, just to let you know. I was like, that looks dumb. Most DreamWorks movies, DreamWorks has hits. How to Train Your Dragon, Croods, stuff like that. And it has misses. Like, let me think, Mr. Peabody and Sherman, which I will review at a later date. They just, and here's the thing too, I think they're putting too much on their plate. They're trying to release like 3 movies a year. But, so, DreamWorks has hits and misses. This is definitely a hit. Okay, these glasses are... Okay, so, when I first saw the trailers, I was like, yep, no. But after my mom, I think she was sick one day, so my grandma and my aunt took me and Eli to go see this. And so I was like, yeah, why not? And I loved it. Okay, and the reason for that is the absolutely amazing, beautiful animation. The story is just awesome. The character design, the animation, the story, just the way they told the story, all melded well together. And, okay, so, again, I know I'm going to say this probably millions and millions of times. I didn't like the jokes that most people did. I thought that the belt thing, the little, the sloth belt, he was annoying. I hated him. He was my least favorite character, along with Sandy, the baby. Because those two characters were just there for comic relief. And not good comic relief. I mean, I get that Thunk, the brother, was there for comic relief, but he was funny. He was clueless most of the time, and that was more funny to me than dun dun dun. That was retarded. Okay? And everybody laughed at that. Everybody. Except for me. Sitting there in my chair. No. And the other joke everyone laughed at that I was like, no, with was when the dad yelled, "Release the baby!" And everyone laughed so loud. Everyone. Not just the kids. The parents. So loud. Like, they loved that. But I just thought it was kind of stupid. So the reason why I'm saying this, though, is because I'm giving my honest opinion here. And, yeah, this is spoilers. Okay? I keep forgetting to say that at the beginning of every video, but these are spoiler reviews. I loved the character Guy, because he was kind of like the I don't know. What am I looking for? What's the word I'm looking for here? The savior. And he was the one that knew what to do. And like, yeah. I'll get to that in a second. But so at the beginning of the movie, they're like in the cave. And the first 2-3 scenes were my least favorite scenes, because the animation wasn't being used to its full capacity. Because everything was gray and brown and blah, you know. And that part was just boring, kind of. But it was needed, because it needed to set up the story. But when, hold on. My favorite scene in this movie was the scene when they were swimming, because that was animated beautifully. And the scene where they were up on the tree and the stars were out. That was awesome. And, so let me go through character by character here. Sandy, she didn't need to be there. What's her name? The mom. I liked her. She was a good character. She needed to be there. She kinda was the one that guided Gruk? The dad, I don't know his name, in the right direction, and got him where he needed to be. Well, it was him and Guy. It was her and Guy, mostly. And then there was the grandma, which I thought the rivalry between her and the dad was, like, hilarious. And, yeah, I liked her. And, what's his name? Thunk, the kid, the boy. He was a good character, because he was clueless most of the time. And then, at the end, when, I'm trying to think. So when Gruk, I'm gonna call him Gruk, because I'm, like, pretty sure that's his name. When Gruk was throwing them all across the gap, I can't remember what Thunk said, but it was something that was like, what was it? It was something that was like, oh, it kind of made him seem a little bit smarter. But, so Thunk, I liked the line where he was like, "Dad, I don't have a brain." That was one of the few times I laughed. But, brain fart. The dad, I hated him until the end. Until he kind of started getting out of his own mindset and thinking about his family really and truly. And, so basically, he just wanted them to stay in the cave all the time, unless they had to go hunting and get food. So that they at the beginning of the movie, hold on. You guys are on my dresser. But at the beginning of the movie, when they were hunting for the food, that was actually a really cool scene. How they were, these glasses are annoying, but how they were hunting and stuff. That was cool. And so, Eep, I loved her. I loved her voice acting, which was Emma Stone. And I loved the voice acting on Gruk. I don't know if that's his name. Gruk? I don't know. But it was Nicolas Cage. And most times you couldn't tell it was Nicolas Cage. There were a few times I was like, oh, yeah, I can hear that now. But, yeah, Emma Stone did a great job voice acting for Eep. And she was the perfect person to do it for this type of character, who was kind of wondrous and curious and a teenage girl and how do I describe her? Kind of rebellious. And so Eep loved the light, but everyone else was like, no. But Guy, he came along and he like told Eep to like use the horn to the shell, to contact him. And she blew it, and then the family was like, oh my gosh! And they took it from her and threw it on the ground and like stomped on it and smashed it, and I was so mad. But then, when they were getting attacked by the Firebirds, Eep had a brilliant idea. She went and like got the goat skull and broke off the horn and blew on that, and it was like, I don't know if this would work in real life. I don't know if goat horns are hollow in real life, but like she blew on that, and then he was like, oh, he smiled, and then he came, but he dropped his warthog hat, which was sad. He dropped his Pumbaa hat. Like, who would drop a Pumbaa hat? But and so he's like, we need to go to that mountain, and then Gruck was kind of like, I made a decision, we're going to that mountain, totally banking off his idea, but, so they went, but Gruck had a problem with Guy, so he had him in a log the whole time, because the only reason he agreed to bring him along was if the Firebirds came back, they needed Guy's fire, and, so my favorite like part, not visually but like story-wise, was when Gruck and Guy were in the tar, and Guy kind of gave a little bit more backstory and was like, my family was taken by tar, blah blah blah, and then Guy and what's his name, Gruck, was like, had an idea where there was this tiger following him around the whole time, so they made like a lady tiger and acted like it was in the tar and was freaking out, and so the tiger came and like grabbed the lady tiger and pulled him out with it, and then so they were out, and then so the whole reason, like, because they were in the cave, but they came out and the cave got crushed, and so they had to go out. They like the whole valley that they were in kind of like crushed, but like they were in a valley, and then they had no idea what was behind, like beyond the walls of their valley, and it was like just this amazing, beautiful green world, you know. And so they have to go out there because their cave got crushed, and so they're trying to find a new cave. But then in the end, Guy convinces them, like, no, we need to go to tomorrow, is what he called it. And he's like, we'll ride on the sun. But like, so they got to the mountain with the two peaks, which by the way remind me of Journey. If you've ever played that game, it's a beautiful game also. But this review is getting a little long. But so they arrive at the mountain, and they're like, so Gruck has to throw them all across this gap because the world is ending behind him. So he's like, ah, and he's the only one strong enough, and then he's stuck on the other side, and then he gets an idea for the very first time, and he uses like a mammoth skeleton, I want to say, and drenched it in tar. And then he was like, hey, Firebirds, come get me. And they came and got stuck in the tar. And then they were flying and flew them across the gap. And they, like, ended up happily ever after on an island with a whole bunch of animals. And I loved the soundtrack to this movie, because it was perfect, the combination of, like, the tropical and caveman-ish. because it was like a tropical world beyond the cave walls and stuff. But out of all, I'm gonna start rating the movies because I haven't been doing that. But I'm gonna give this 8.5 ideas out of 10. That's how I'm gonna rate it. 8.5 ideas out of 10. So I hope you liked this video. Comment what you thought about the movie The Croods, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye.